This one happened just before I quit my last job, something like 4 years ago. I was working with the largest IT company in my country. It's known for being remarkably employee-friendly, with very relaxed working hours and good perks and emoluments. However, the delivery head of our project, so our boss, had a totally different outlook. Now, officially we were supposed to work from like 9 AM to 6 PM, but no, I'm really stressed about it, because as long as you were clocking a total of 45 hours a week, that was the only real compliance requirement, right? Now, personally, I like to come to work a little later, so that there was less traffic when I was returning. So I go to work for like 10, 10:30, the client never really minded or bothered us as long as we were there before 11. Not very disciplined on my part, I know, but, well, that was the general trend in the company. Now, boss guy suddenly decided to become all draconian about the punctuality in the office hours. Everyone expected at their workstations by 9 AM. Nonetheless, all of us complied, saying, well, if 45 hours is the rule, so be it. Cue malicious compliance number 1. Now, since in my team I was the last person to leave every day, I had voluntarily taken up a few extra technical responsibilities that needed to be addressed only after everyone else had signed off, and after the client was done for the day, which was never before 8 PM. As you can well guess, it immediately became chaotic when I began getting to work at 9 AM and leaving at 6 every day. Needless to say, the boss was helplessly out of his wits and had to stay back himself most nights of the week to wrap up the closing tasks. Yes, he always used to leave by 6 before this. Neither was he much acquainted with the SOPs, nor could he gather aid from any of his staff, so he really found himself in a mess. They could have simply reinstated our work hours. Instead, this is what they do one fine evening. My boss says, "Why are you leaving now?" I said, "Well, I'm done for the day. It's 6:30 already." "Well, who's going to take care of the technical responsibilities?" "Well, I can't, because otherwise I'd have to stay for another 2 hours." "Okay, let's see. During the last month, you've come to work after 10 every day. That's 20 to 22 hours of deficiency." Now, I couldn't decide if I should laugh or be infuriated at this nonsensical statement. Yeah, but I've worked till 8:30 every day. So not only is that incorrect, but I've actually worked 20 to 22 hours more, which I should claim overtime payment for. "Well, why didn't you?" "Anyway, that's a separate topic altogether. From tomorrow, you either come in an hour early or stay an hour late for a whole month to compensate for your deficiency." Cue malicious compliance number 2. At that time, I was preparing for another higher-paying job in the government sector that required an immensely tough and very competitive exam to be cleared, for which I needed to put in a lot of effort and time for studying and researching for. The exams were due in a month, and I was struggling with the latter as I used to return late. So I saw this as an optimal opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I decided to comply. Well, I began to clock in at 8 every day, study and research vigorously for an hour without any disturbance, using the company's internet, printer, stationery, and whatever utilities I happened to require, and managed to be ready for my work by 9 AM. For a whole month, I fueled my exam preparation from the company resources, and yes, I claimed full overtime payment too. To be honest, a lot of the time I did feel a little bit guilty about this, but the pleasure that I got from submitting my resignation letter after I got a job I was preparing for was a wholesome, out-of-this-world feeling. If you like this one, I am sure you'll love this one right here about why guys should not let their wives go away. Trust me, guys, you'll read this story and you will understand why we need female supervision at all times. I will see you over there.